and I just control everything at home.
But you telling the whole world that he's having episodes and you hiding it from the public. You telling all your stuff right now. What is up? What is up? YouTube. How y'all doing, man? Uncle Mike is asking for y'all help. It is cold in here. One of my family members in the Philippines has broken their arm. We're talking about this bone coming from your shoulder bone to your elbow bone. Elbow bone. This big bone that's in your arm has been shattered, man, and we're asking you all for help for the donation. Check our links below in our description below, and whatever we raise, Uncle Mike will donate half. To hearsay, he will help donate. My team is helping to donate. He has to have an operation. They went to their government for help, and the government gave them some of the money, but they need 90,000 pesos. Woo! Before you get crazy about the 90,000 pesos. In American money, is only $1,600 or something like that. 1,600. I just rounded it up. So if we can get everybody that watches my channel, which I know it ain't gonna happen, if everybody that watch the channel donate $1, he can have his operation. If everybody that donates know that some people can't donate because they just don't have it, right? They just watching, they just don't have it. If you donate $5, then you are helping 4 people that wish they could. Also, you can actually watch the Music Recording Network stream. We have a stream channel. Where'd the channel go? Right here. The Music Recording Network stream. If you go to our stream channel, it's a link in our description. Subscribe to the channel and just watch the videos, man. And I'm talking about, you could just set the turn the volume down. You don't even have to watch. You could just let them run. That would be a help. Also, you can go in our description. I wonder if this on. Did he? What? Oops! I didn't mean to. It's up. This is on our stream channel. I need my glasses now, y'all. On our stream channel, you can actually go. If somebody on any of the channel, Uncle Mike's stream, Uncle Mike's album, if you're the type of person that I want to give my money and I want to receive something for you can go click here and our first for Uncle Mike's album. Buy from our store. If you was to click here and buy from our store, they'd go right to our website for $13.99. Album on sale. And you will get a download. You can pay with our PayPal. That goes straight to my PayPal account. And you can pay with our PayPal with your PayPal, or put your credit card in, and you will get an email with a download of the whole album. A lot of people don't know. They say, well, I can't wait till my album get here. And I'm like, it's a download, man. It's a oh, you didn't tell me that. So that's my fault. So yeah, the download and all that good stuff, man. So please help us out so he can have this operation. And he broke his arm around a month ago, y'all. So can you imagine suffering through the pain for a whole month? And the part that really trips me out is when I talk to her on the phone, I see them on the screen and I see him. And she was telling me, maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but when he sees me, he act like he's not in pain. He's acting like, everything is okay. Oh, I'm okay. But when he's by himself, he's in pain, he's crying, and he's hurting and everything, and he feels sad for himself. Now, with that being said, let's get to this video, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You know why? Because Nicki Minaj's leaks. Jay-Z and Charlamagne plan to off Wendy Williams? No, Charlamagne ain't trying to do that. He good where he at. I don't think so. But Nicki, let's see what she gonna say. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Let's check it out.
Jay-Z and Charlamagne did what? Y'all better get a chair for this mess right here. Nicki Minaj is back at it again, and this time she's spilling some major tea about how Wendy Williams really ended up in her conservatorship. This whole time we thought Diddy was the one behind Wendy's guardianship, but according to Nicki, it is actually Jay-Z. And guess what? She claims Roc Nation is now plotting a way to make her the next celebrity that's thrown into a guardianship. No wonder they've been using her recent crash outs to push the narrative that she's hooked on substances and declining mentally. Turns out they are just planting this seed in people's minds, so when they finally push to get her in that guardianship, no one will bat an eye. This entire mess started when Gucci and his wife Kesha Kaur appeared on The Breakfast Club. Kesha was basically talking about how she prevents Gucci from running her career by snatching his phone and other electronic devices from him whenever he's having an episode, so he doesn't end up going on the internet saying something that could possibly ruin his career. As the conversation went on, Kesha also talked about how some of the artists that Gucci put on back in the day have refused to give him credit. DJ Envy's messy self then decided to bring up Nicki unprovoked, claiming Nicki is one of the artists who Gucci put on but refused to give him credit. Now, before we even get into Nicki's response, let me just tell you right out the gate that DJ Envy was lying out his mouth. Nicki has credited Gucci a bunch of times and even did so when she got honored with the Michael Jackson Vanguard Award. He was clearly trying to set Kesha up and she fell for it.
I would like all of them to acknowledge him, even if they win an award, acknowledge him because he gave you the stomping ground.
Most people don't know Nicki Minaj came out of that camp. French Montana came out of that
all
camp.
of
Most
them.
people don't know half those people. We know, but most people don't know that.
Migos,
Thug. Like most people do.
Because they don't say it.
Just gonna name them really quick. will.i.am, Fergie, Taylor Swift, who had a huge part in the success of Super Bass. Elton John recently, but you know he's an icon. Christina Aguilera, Ciara, Alicia Keys, Mary J. Blige, Keisha Cole, Gucci Mane.
For you, what was it like just trying to protect the business that you guys have built while
I have a
he's
system.
personally...
I take his apps off his phone. First thing I do, I delete Instagram. I delete everything. Even if I got to change his password, I'm changing it because I don't need the public to know he's having an episode. You realize you'd never know about any other episodes since September 13th because I control that. Because you're not going on Instagram, you're not going on Twitter, it's deleted. You know, and I just control everything at home.
But you telling the whole world that he's having episodes and you hiding it from the public. You telling on yourself right now.
And now before the episodes come, I catch it. So that's why he hasn't had another one. And how you catch that is he doesn't speak to you. He wants to be left alone. He don't eat. He does not sleep. Text messages, there's a period after each word. And I'm like, you're going through an episode. You're sick. No, I'm not. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Why do you think?
Nicki dragged Kesha for this, claiming that Kesha is apparently jealous of her. She also accused Charlamagne of conspiring with Jay-Z and Roc Nation to throw Wendy Williams in a facility. She claims that Wendy was doing fine right before Charlamagne sneaked his way into her life. And remember those SWAT calls that were made to Nicki's house multiple times these last few months? Well, she claims Roc Nation paid off the LAPD not to find the culprits. Gucci wife has been trying to be me for years, been dying for the spotlight for years. She's there to keep Gucci sedated. Charlamagne the fraud is Jay-Z friend and business associate, using heart radio for these disgusting ploys against innocent families.
She said Charlamagne the fraud. Oh my God. Well, y'all kill me with these names.
For years. She's there to keep Gucci sedated. Charlamagne the fraud is Jay-Z friend and business associate, using heart radio for these disgusting ploys against innocent families. He was around Wendy before her life went to hell. The buck stops here, baby. Bookmark this tweet. Y'all really do not understand who I really am. Bring it. Let's play. Y'all wanted attention? Let's do it. LAPD. Where's the evidence of my home being swatted with a toddler inside 4 times? Drawn. Now, I don't know when exactly Tasha K and Nicki became besties, but baby, they've been going together real bad. And of course, Tasha stepped in to defend her. But here's the thing though, Tasha spilled some never-heard-before tea that definitely had the internet shaking. She claims that Roc Nation's current plan is to get Nicki in conservatorship so they can throw her in a facility and snatch up all her money. She said the only thing standing in the way of them doing this to Nicki is Kenneth. Since she's married to Ken, even if they succeed in getting doctors to diagnose her with mental health health issues she doesn't have, all her money will automatically go to Ken since he's her husband. And if you take a look at all the celebrities who were thrown into a conservatorship, none of them were married. Britney wasn't married, and Wendy was divorced by the time Wells Fargo gave her a guardian. If they were married, it would have been much harder for her to be put in a guardianship. But see, Tasha also claims Roc Nation has found a way around this. They've started planting stories of Kenneth stealing and maxing out Nicki's credit cards so that when they finally make a move to get her in a guardianship, they can argue that Ken isn't fit to take over her finances either because he's a thief. And just like that, Nicki will be handed over to a complete stranger and given drugs she doesn't need till she actually starts losing it, just like they did to Wendy.
This is not something that is like a conspiracy theory. This actually happens. But if they're able to separate Nicki and Kenny, that makes Nicki vulnerable because your husband is your power of attorney. Your husband is your signator on all of your accounts in the event anything goes wrong. Michael wasn't married. Britney Spears was married, but of course they control all of that. And so the mere fact that all these narratives are out about Kenny stealing this to buy chains and buy that, that's not what it is. It's like, you know, they got doctors that are giving out these diagnoses saying that she's schizophrenic and bipolar and all of this stuff. And then Kenny's now here. You know, she trusts Kenny. Of course, they've known each other since they were kids. Their families know each other. And so Kenny is just in the way. And so what do? You create narratives to try to separate, because if you separate, then you can divide and conquer. And so that's what it's about. You know, she's going into her latter years and, you know, there's a lot of money on the line and she's worth a lot, but Kenny is in the way. And so, yeah, I mean, look at what they're doing to Wendy Williams. Had Wendy would have still been with Kelvin, they wouldn't have been able to put her under a conservatorship because she has a husband. So, you know, and like I said, there was only one that was accused of stealing. We're going to leave it at that. Okay?
Tasha also made this follow-up tweet in which she said, "Y'all gonna stop twisting my damn words. Nicki Minaj ain't got no schizophrenia. Let's be real. Most of us got a little bipolar and crazy in us, and that's facts. They tried to 51 to 50 Kanye for being bipolar. It's a mood disorder. Then turned around and attempted to seize his assets just because he was talking his ish. Meanwhile, Wendy Williams is sitting in a luxury hospital suite while her lawyers spend her money. Michael Jackson's gone, and Britney Spears had to flee the US to Mexico just to feel free after years under that conservatorship. What part don't y'all understand? This is a systemic industry takedown meant to make her look incapable of managing her own money. And let's be clear, Kenny, the husband, is in the way. All this started after she tweeted about that damn COVID vaccine. Tasha wasn't done, y'all. She said she got word that Nicki's former assistant Khadijah stole Nicki's Apple ID information and passwords and sent it over to Nicki's ex-bestie Ra Ali. Yup, the same Ra Ali that gave Cardi B that knob on her forehead back in 2018 when she tried jumping Nicki at Fashion Week. Anyway, next thing you know, thousands of dollars start getting deducted from Nicki's credit card. The reason Tasha brought this up is because a few days ago, Nicki made some posts on her IG stories claiming that someone had been stealing thousands of dollars from her credit card. Of course, everyone and their mama accused Ken because, well, he literally lives off Nicki. And Cardi claimed in her tweets when she and Nicki were going at it over whose kid is more ugly and slow, that Ken was keeping Nicki hooked on substances so he can steal her money. According to Tasha, it was allegedly Ra Lee doing the stealing the entire time. Let drank up, shall we? Word on the curb is that Khadijah, Nicki's former assistant, done slid into a new position, Ra Ali's babysitter and side piece. Now listen, they say Ra swings both ways, and allegedly, Khadijah handed over Nicki's Apple ID, passwords, and login info straight to Ra. Next thing you know, credit card details were pulled, and the rest, history. Ra was history.
So earlier today, I talked about Nicki Minaj and all those fraudulent charges on her American Express card. Well, now all these old tweets from Cardi B are coming up. And by old tweets, I mean tweets from 2 weeks ago. But when she was beefing with Nicki on Twitter and they were talking about each other's kids, this one tweet kind of foreshadowed what's happening right now. So let's take a look. Quiet as kept, the truth is you've been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar for almost 9 years, and you also on heavy drugs, cocaine, perks, and Xanax. You don't listen to nobody around you. The only person that have the power is Kenneth Petty, but you know what happens with that Amex when you sedated. This is Cardi implying that Kenny, Nicki Minaj's husband, is the one running up her credit card bills. And because my timeline is so messy, this tweet came up right after that one. Kenneth Petty sneaking back in after crushing up a third Benadryl in her tacos, and it's Tom with a Hello Kitty Visa credit card just sneaking back in. Yeah, that was kind of funny. But again, people are saying that it was her ex-stylist who was using her credit card. So we'll find out.
Now, as for Nicki, she went back on X and posted these AI-generated videos of Jay-Z playing in Beyonce's closet with the caption, "I am your karma." Nicki's IG account got banned after these posts, but she went over on X again to post anniversary photos of her and Ken, basically telling Roc Nation that she and him are locked in for life. People had their own thoughts about all this, like this person who said, "I believe everything Nicki say cause whenever a celebrity seem to be crashing out and get to airing things out, it's often always the truth." Another person said, "Nothing is wrong with Nicki. This happens when the bigger person gets tired of being the bigger person. They all did snake stuff to her for years. She's not crazy, but now I want to know what you think. Do you really believe that Jay-Z and Roc Nation are trying to put Nicki into a conservatorship? And do you also believe that this conservatorship is the reason why Nicki is still married to Kenneth Petty? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with Nicki. She fatter than a government paycheck, believe that. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I think that, oh man, it's like everybody that's a star in this hip hop world that had any type of dealings with a Jay-Z or Puffy is crazy, or trying to be crazy, or something ain't right. It just can't get right. Why is that? Man, I'm so glad I skipped all this stuff, man. Man, I'm so glad. Thank you, Jesus. I want to be a normal person. Oh, man. Travel the world, say hi to people, shake people's hands. That's it. I don't need all that super duper stardom. That's too much. Michael Jackson style. Michael had a nerve to try to act normal. I want to shop in a grocery store like normal people. Yeah, normal people don't shut the whole grocery store down. Come on, man. You are who you are. You made your bed, you gotta lay in it. Now Nicki, Cardi B, and all these other girls, they can't walk down the street without, especially the younger generation, knowing who they are. Look here, Uncle Mike gonna get on up out of here, baby. Don't forget, man, donate, help support. Please help in any kind of way you can. We appreciate our links in the description below. You can PayPal or Cash App. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.